What should new agents be doing in their first 90 days of real estate? Hey, I'm Mark Gant. I've been doing real estate for over 26 years now, and I'm just have this channel to help people grow their business and hopefully be successful in this industry. So brand new agents, they just got their license. Their brain is already hurting from taking the test and all those clock hours. But now what? So you have to select what brokerage do you want to go to? Do you want to join a team or be a solo agent? And how are you going to get a sale? Because keep in mind, the average time it takes for a brand new agent to get their first commission check is 3 to 6 months. So make sure you're financially prepared for that, because we don't want you dropping out of this industry, because we have a huge dropout rate in the first year for brand new agents. And it's usually because they're not getting the proper education, training, coaching, or mentorship needed to succeed. So here's a few things you want to start out with. One is absorb all the training that you can gather from either that brokerage, if you're on a team, watching videos, but you don't have to do everything you see. You'll never succeed if you just start doing a little bit of everything and not doing it very well. Focus on a few top key things to get you success. One is obviously being your friends, family. So reach out to your family. Ask them for what I call is basically your mail out list. Some call it a holiday list. It's who are their friends and family? Do they have emails? Do they have phone numbers? And you're going to gather all that and put it into your own database. This includes if you have a spouse or a partner, their friends and family, your past coworkers, whatever job you had previous to this, or if you're doing this part-time at your current job, gather individuals' information and get them into your database. This is very important. If you're at EXP, you have KB Core. Other real estate offices might have a CRM program, but the idea is add everybody to the system and you can automate it. So you don't have to spend all day going through it and calling everybody. You can do automated emails, automated texts, and it'll also remind you to stay in touch with people, because you want to connect with people at least 60 times a year. So every week or once a month, you can do emails, texts. And again, a lot of that can be automated. You can also do mail outs and then pick up the phone and call them or send them a text. So work on that database. That's huge. That's key. The other thing is learn open house. Become the master of open houses. Open houses are a great way and one of the quickest ways to get a sale, because you're getting face to face with buyers and potential sellers. But there's important things to keep in mind about the open house. You got to pick the right open house. You want it close to heavy traffic, so you don't have to put out too many signs, but you do want a lot of signs, about 15 signs, because the number one way to get people to an open house from what we've tracked are actually the signs, not posting on social media. Yes, do all that, but the signs actually produce more people. It's also very important that you know your scripts. If you got buyers coming to your open house and you're like, oh, I'm just looking, or already have an agent, do they? If you know how to properly script them and say, oh, you have an agent, I might know them. What's your agent's name? Well, if they hem and haw, you know they're not telling you the truth. Or if they say they're just looking, it could be that they're scared to talk to you. They don't want to be pressured into something. But if you say, oh, I understand that you're just looking, but most people that are just looking actually want to buy a house, but they're scared of the buying process, or they think they have to have a lot of money on hand, or they have some credit issues. Do any of that apply to you? And it's one way to get them to interact. So open houses are a huge way to generate leads. You have time, do them on a Saturday, because Sunday's your follow-up. What are they doing Monday? They're at work. They don't have time for you. So if you do one every Saturday, you can do 2 on Saturday. Just do them 2 hours at a time. And then you're trying to get 1 appointment per open house. That's your goal. But if you get those names, those emails, you can fill them into your database. And then with proper training, you'll have good follow-up and have business through them later. So it's very important to build up that database, learn open houses. Follow-up is huge. In this industry, follow-up on anything you do, very important. Again, that ties in your database and keeping in touch with people constantly so that you're at top of mind. The other thing is make sure you're bragging about having a license and then the areas that you work. You want to get on social media and create not only your own private Facebook page, but you also want a business Facebook page. Keep in mind, Facebook is watching this. If you do too much business just on your personal page, they will jail you for a little bit of time and then you're shut down. So it's very important that you're doing both personal and business. When you create a business page, you do have to go and invite people, and those are people that are on your personal page to make that work. So a lot of social. In regards to social, obviously you have TikTok and Instagram and other forms of social media. you want to put out relevant or important information. So if you, whatever town or city you work in, talk about that town and city. What's the market like there? What are some good restaurants? What are some good events coming up? You can make some YouTube videos and create a YouTube channel about your town. So like, for example, I'm here in Tacoma. I could say, homes around Tacoma or living in Tacoma, whatever you want to put as a title, but then keep filling it with information about that area. It's a great way, because what's happening is Google is using that platform. Remember, they own it. They use that platform. So if somebody's wanting to relocate or know something about your town, that's what they're going to type in, and you'll fall at the top of that search area. Put out some good information. Also do DIYs, home tips, rental tips, loan tips. Get with your lenders. That's very important, is get with your lenders and know the programs in that area. Does your state do a zero down program, and do you understand it? Some states let the agents and lenders teach it. So it's because it's a requirement to qualify for the state program. Great way to pick up buyer leads. So teach classes, teach how to do open house classes for yourself. You can teach classes on how to buy, how to get a loan, how to fix your credit. But get with your lender in regards to your state programs. If you're close to military like VA or a military base, you got VA programs, you need to understand those programs. I'm being a veteran myself, I get very frustrated with agents who do not understand the VA program, especially listing agents, and they're really hurting those VA buyers, those who have served, in order to get a house, because they don't know it. So learn these programs so that you can actually post them yourself and educate those around you. So there's a lot of tools out there to help you grow your business. But the first 90 days is you're gaining that knowledge, you're trying to collect people's information, you're doing your follow-ups, you're doing a ton of open houses, you're getting with the lenders. So make sure you're doing all that so you can be successful. The last thing I would mention is, if you need accountability or you're struggling a bit, join a team. Interview the teams. Don't go to any team. Interview several teams. Talk to agents on that team and see if it's a right fit for you. They're all going to have splits. They're all going to get part of your commission, but don't focus on that. Focus on that you're going to get sales, you're going to get training and knowledge, so that when you do leave that team in a year, let's say, you now be a successful solo agent because you have all that knowledge, experience, and training that you needed to get there. Otherwise, if you just really want to be a solo agent and don't want to deal with teams, make sure you're at the right brokerage. Make sure that brokerage is teaching you or has a lot of good training and knowledge out there for you to be successful. Are they teaching how to do open houses? Are they training you how to do a CRM? Or tracking your database and doing your proper follow-ups? Are they teaching you scripts on how to handle buyer and seller objections? So you want to make sure you're at an office that has a lot of good training, not being taught by agents who haven't really sold anything. I'm talking top agents teaching you their secrets. How to do a CRM. If you had to go sit in front of a seller right now, do you even know what material to give them, what to say, how to do a proper CRM? Because keep in mind, you're probably not the only agent they're talking to. So make sure you're getting a lot of great knowledge and training wherever you're at. All right, that's what I have. I didn't want to make it too long. I just want to talk to you about your first 90 days. I wish you nothing but the best and success. Obviously, reach out to me, send me a DM anytime if you have questions or needs. All right, take care.